tassa bhagavato arahato sammāsambuddhasa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammāsambuddhasa. Coming into meditation, cultivating the blessed quality of loving kindness or Mettā, friendliness. Taking a posture that's easeful, bright, lifting the heart. If you're in any of the upright postures, finding the sense of dignity and clarity through the upper body, groundedness and ease through the lower body. And inviting the breath to enliven the whole space of the body, the space around the body. Mettā, the word, literally means friendliness. The Sanskrit parallel is Maitri. We translate it as loving kindness or benevolence or friendliness, or sometimes simply as love. But it's a quality of love that is gentle, impersonal, not passionate so much as very spacious, without agenda. It's the quintessential non-grasping love. And with friendliness as the core quality, we want to connect with how it feels to be friendly, kind, to feel kind. In a more impersonal way. So not just the feeling of friendliness that you feel when someone you really like is close by, but the kind of friendliness you might feel walking down the street in a moment when you feel like you can kind of shine a sort of acceptance and love toward everyone around you. So this feeling requires a couple of things. It requires us to be, first of all, somewhat comfortable in ourselves. And comfortable in our surroundings. So these are two different forms of safety. I'll invite you to imagine being in a neighborhood that you feel really at ease in. A place you like to go, either you're very much at home there or you like to visit there. It could even be a kind of ideal or imagined neighborhood. Your ideal town, village, city, countryside, but a place where there's people. Imagine this place and make it into a place where you don't feel threatened or challenged by the people or other beings that are there. You feel very much at home there. It's a place you feel at ease. Imagine what that might look like to be in a place like that. And then imagine or remember, really remember, a time when you were in a place like this. Feeling good in yourself. Maybe you feel broadly healthy, generally untroubled, or even delighted by what's happening in your life. a good day in a good place. You might remember a time in your life when you were having a good day in a good place, feeling good. And notice the quality of your own heart in this image. How does it feel to just be you, having a good day, being in a good place? And what we're feeling for is how feeling safe and at home and at ease and interested in where we are, how that translates into how we perceive other people. And so you might, in this imagined scene, yourself having a good day, being in a good place, with other people around. You might imagine yourself either walking down the street or sitting somewhere on a bench or at a chair in a cafe where you can see people walking by. Maybe you're with a friend, maybe you're not, but see what it's like turning your attention to the other people as they're walking by or as they're sitting nearby. And being completely at ease in yourself, the most you've ever felt at ease in yourself. And you can use your imagination. Don't get lost in thinking, oh, I've never had a day like that. You've had days that were something like this, I'm sure. So this is the scene. You're there, you're well. Other people are there. Some of the other people are having a wonderful day themselves. Others are suffering in their own ways. People are people, stressed, anxious, happy, joyful, bored, everything in the middle. And you're in the mix of all the people. And you tune into feeling well and feeling friendly. And the friendliness isn't necessarily a wish for contact or interaction. It's just the feeling that you shine forth. Just seeing everybody doing their thing. And feeling a kind of warmth of heart toward them. And we'll connect with each of the Brahma Viharas, the divine abidings here. Beginning with the basic quality of friendliness, Mettā. Just feel your own body, your own feelings, your breath moving. You might have a slight smile on your face. Just hanging out on a good day in a good place. So this is Mettā, friendliness, loving kindness. Feeling good, feeling a kind of friendliness toward yourself. And this doesn't have to be complicated. It can just be the feeling of appreciating being you in this moment, appreciating yourself. And when this foundational core quality of friendliness, when it encounters suffering, it sees and feels that suffering. It's poignant, tender to see others who are suffering. So you're here on this good day in this good place. But as you look around, you see with the sensitivity of your heart, you see folks that are anxious, folks that might be grieving. You see the signs of suffering and distress on folks. Maybe you're in a good neighborhood, that's pleasurable to you. But there's all sorts of folks there. Some folks are more wealthy, some folks are less wealthy. There might be folks who live on the street or who are really working to survive, also here. Or folks carrying the weight of the grief of their lives, and you can see it. And so just notice how you can be having a good day, resting in ease, friendliness. And just bring into your awareness those who are suffering nearby. And just feel the tenderness, the shift in the tone of your heart, present with suffering. This is the second Brahma-vihara. This is compassion, karuna, the quivering of the heart that continues to rest in kindness, but in the presence of the painful. And you yourself might be in some pain. You might be processing or feeling something difficult or hurting in your body. And that compassion can be for ourselves as well. And we can still be loving on a good day in a good place. And there's difficulty in our lives. You can feel the pain or the grief of that. So when loving kindness encounters pain and suffering, it becomes compassion, karuna. Or just seeing around you those who suffer and feeling the heart. Stay in the image, the felt sense of being at ease in yourself, in your neighborhood. Seeing around you those who suffer. And then the very real and important practice of honoring those who are suffering and then shifting your attention, letting them be in their story, in their work. And shift your attention back just to yourself, to the general field around you, the neighborhood you feel comfortable and safe in. Maybe after encountering suffering, you feel grateful for being comfortable and safe here, knowing that not everyone is comfortable and safe in every place. But you come back to yourself. Come back to your own sense of ease. And it's important to be able to feel at ease in the presence of suffering. Their suffering is not yours. You don't take it on. Their path is their own. Yours is your own. You come back to neutral, loving kindness, friendliness. Continue to let your attention move around the space, this imagined neighborhood. And notice that there are people, and you can tell, they are having a really good day. They've had some success, or they're just delighted with what they're doing, or who they're with, or where they are. Look around for the people who are joyful. People talking with folks they're interested in, or somebody engrossed in a book, or delightedly listening to music, or just you can tell. You can see happiness on someone's face. Bring this into your mind's eye. What's it like to see people that are happy? And notice how your home state of friendliness, how it changes when you see people who are happy. Maybe you notice that you grasp, right? You see someone who looks like they're in love, you're like, ooh, I want that. Or someone who's, looks just super content, and you're like, oh, that looks real nice. But you're doing well. You're at ease in yourself. You see their happiness without grasping as much as you can. And there's a kind of delight, appreciation. This is the third of the Brahmaviharas. Appreciation, appreciative joy, sympathetic joy. The Pāli word is mudita. How does it feel to see others happy and to delight in their happiness? To not need that happiness for yourself. You have a different happiness. The delight in their happiness. See how this feels. And you can play with the image as much as you like to make it come alive. You don't have to imagine people being quietly happy. You could imagine, some people having a loud, joyful reunion on the sidewalk outside of you, or a parade of roller skating queens going down the street. Whatever you would just see, and you would just be like, oh, those people are having a great time. And you would just be delighted. Imagine whatever makes your heart sing here. And notice the feeling, how it is to be happy for others' happiness. And then finally, once again, setting down the connection with these people and their well-being. Again, coming back to yourself, without grasping, without holding on to what you've just been with. In the same way as with the compassion, you don't take it on for yourself. There's an appreciation and a moving on. And once again, you can come back to yourself. And just the sense of your own being settled. And here you can rest just in the sense of yourself being settled and at ease. Or you could hold a wide peripheral vision, like you're seeing an entire plaza of people, or an entire cafe full of people, or a street with people moving through. And you rest at ease with the whole of it. And this is the fourth quality of the heart, of the Brahma Viharas, equanimity, or upekkha in Pāli. And the heart of upekkha, or equanimity, is the wisdom understanding that everyone is in their own story, playing out their own forces, their own dramas, cultivating their own skills, having their own successes and failures, gains and losses, people all around you, and of course, non-human beings as well. Falling in love, falling out of love. Finding success, finding failure, and everything in between. Everyone in their own story, on their own path, and you too. Notice how the feeling shifts, how the friendliness and the delight and the compassion all shift and settle into a kind of warm, mature peacefulness. This is equanimity that neither turns away nor reaches in to grasp. We'll sit for just a couple more minutes here, delighting in the heart that arrives at this place. The fullness of loving kindness, of Mettā. To close the meditation, I'll sing just the mantra of loving kindness in Pāli. The words are Sabbe Sattā Sukhi Hontu. Sabbe Sattā, all beings. Sukhi, ease. Hontu, being. May all beings be at ease. I'll sing this one just around for a little bit. You can join in. Wishing well to everyone everywhere. Sabbe Sattā Sukhi Hontu. Sabbe Sattā sukhi hontu. Sabbe satta 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 sukhi hontu. May all beings everywhere be at ease.